Hello, hello. If you can hear my voice, that means you're tuned into WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago. Hello, party people, sleepy people, however you're showing up. Thank you for tuning in with me, your host, DJ Momami. No guest today, just me yapping for the next 10 to 15 minutes, bringing you everything in house music and beyond. So, happy Pride Month. I always love celebrating and giving a special shout out on the Vintage House Show Spotlight during Pride Month because, as we know, house music it has its roots in queer Black origins, and we would not be where we are today without the queer pioneers in house music that came before us and the ones today that are making waves and making strides. We saw Lori Branch at the House Music Festival about, what was that, a week ago? Oh, that was phenomenal. And she is someone who I really admire, who's doing things and making waves for herself in the queer community when it comes to house music. Vita Girl, who I saw, was at the festival. You know, Vita Girl and Lori Branch worked together a lot on stuff. So it was really nice seeing them at the House Music Festival, the House Music Festival in general. If you were there, let me know. DM me, send me a DM, a tweet at Momami Music on Instagram and Twitter. And let me know what you thought. You know, on May 31st, we had the House Music Conference. I had the honor of putting together a panel on underground music culture and the ways in which we can keep consent, love, and accountability at the root when it comes to creating and envisioning spaces for ourselves beyond venues and establishments. And so that was really nice. What are some of my key takeaways? So, on that panel, we had James Bangora of Black Rave Culture out of DC. We had Jenny Fox, who works with Eden, Globetrotter, and is just a pioneer in sapphic underground spaces. We had Aria Pedraza, who works diligently in archiving and creating stories around her childhood, growing up with parents who were DJs and event curators. And that was my first time meeting Aria, and she is just so sick, so cool. And so then we had Jermaine Collins, a resident advisor, and he does his own work in curating spaces. And so he was the moderator. And what were my key takeaways? So, one quote, I believe it was from Jenny Fox, she said that we're human and that we're going to mess up and that we need to leave room for the mistakes and the events that maybe don't go well and the events where someone feels a type of way about something, and that we can try to do everything right, but there will always be an instance that maybe we didn't foresee that comes up, and that fundamentally we need to honor ourselves as humans that are capable of making mistakes, that are capable of maybe not getting something right the first time and simply learning and moving on from that. And so that was something really refreshing for me to hear and take away, especially as an event curator, an event organizer. I think that there's sometimes a lot of pressure to get things right, and you have the responsibility of 50 to 500 people in front of you sometimes. And so the pressure can be insurmountable. And so Jenny Fox really had a wonderful quote with that one. What else? I really enjoyed hearing James Bangora's experience in, traveling around the world and his introduction into house and underground spaces. Also, Aria Pedraza with her experience, it's growing up around this. And so it was just a wonderful event. So thank you to everyone who pulled up, who showed support, who shared the post, the flyer. It was such an honor to curate the conference panel specifically because 2 years ago I was actually a host, sort of just doing introductions. And so to have a full circle moment where I see and I'm able to have a slice of my own culture in this, iconic conference for the 40th anniversary of house music was a big deal. So shout out DCase, shout out Frayne, shout out David Chavez. And yeah, of course, what else is hot this summer? So let's see. Let's talk about what else is hot. So that was a quick recap, but I'd be happy, me and Arya were actually talking about perhaps coming out with some kind of summary to recap everything that was talked about because there were some really heavy hitting points, like too many for me to try to even recap in this small amount of time. And so her and I will be coming out with some sort of formal recap archival piece of information for y'all to reference soon come. What else is hot? Well, the House Music Festival. Let's talk about it. The House Music Festival was, back at its home in Millennium Park. And we had the main stage, which is what I was talking about earlier, where we saw Lori Branch. We also had the Viva Acid stage, and that was probably my favorite stage of the night. It featured notable artists like Flores Negras, Janesita, and the headliner DJ Sluggo. Oh, I had so much fun dancing to DJ Sluggo. If you don't know who DJ Sluggo is, DJ Sluggo is an iconic ghetto house, juke, ghetto tech DJ. He was playing all the ghetto house classics. I mean, Sluggo has a discography. You can easily just play 4 hours of Sluggo and the party won't lose its momentum. So it was really nice. And, I love being able to see DJs who are 2 or 3 generations above me do their thing because, I myself get a little nervous performing in front of such a big, large crowd where you have hundreds of bodies just looking at you, waiting to hear the next track. And so to see artists like DJ Sluggo, and I also got to see Farley Jackmaster Funk on the main stage. To see them working a crowd of hundreds of people thirsty for the house sounds, it felt like the start of summer. It felt like season 1, episode 1 for summer 2024. So the House Music Festival, that was one to be at. You know, if you missed that, we're gonna have tons of more house music events coming up. Just this past Sunday, I was at the Kenwood Gardens for Sunday Service, which is an event Dwayne Powell puts on once a month. That wasn't a phenomenal experience. Dwayne Powell has this really awesome, soulful Afro house vibe that, it's just him spinning for 4 hours and he did not miss a beat. And not only that, it was the perfect Sunday. It was sunny, it was gorgeous. But the Kenwood Gardens, that was my first time there. And it's this wonderful garden that I had the honor of talking to Chris, who is the sort of brain behind the scatter plot that is the garden. And yeah, 4 hours. And he kind of explained to me the intention behind planting what he planted and where and why, and how he planted things with the intentions of guests and how he put certain plants in certain areas so that it would either invite or discourage people from stepping on that part. And so it's to hear house music outside feels refreshing. It was like a sound bath to be amongst the sun, the plants, the music. It really was a wonderful sensory experience. And there's something about house music that brings people together, even if you're in a crowd full of strangers, it still feels like family. And that's what Sunday felt like with Dwayne Powell at the sound rotation, or I'm sorry, at the Sunday service. Kenwood Gardens experience. You're seeing people who you haven't seen in years while also meeting new people, while also, in a way, meeting yourself in a new light. Like I said, that was my first time. And so to be in that space and that crowd was wonderful. Thank you, Dwayne Powell, for putting that together and for holding it down for 4 hours. I'm truly inspired. And I believe he said the next one is July 21st. So if you missed the last one, July 21st, that's Sunday. Either it's the 21st or the 22nd. That's Sunday in July. That's when he said they'll be back. And it's a completely free event. So Sunday, July 21st, Kenwood Gardens for Sunday service. Do not miss it. I will probably be there dancing my butt off. What else do we have? My personal DJ, what's the word? For my personal DJ experience, shall I put it? On July 6th, I will be at Navy Pier for Fever Dream Fest. As y'all know, if you tune in regularly, Fever Dream is my baby, it's my brainchild. And so July 6th, I have the honor of curating the Wave Wall stage at Navy Pier right in front of the Ferris wheel on the busiest weekend in probably Navy Pier's year calendar. It's such an honor. They're doing something every Saturday in honor of 40 years of house. And so July 6th is the Saturday that falls for me. And I'm really excited. We have Constantine opening, who's a really dope young cat producing ghetto house, juke ghetto tech. He'll be opening the show with some really high energy. Going in the middle, we have Blessed Up Gang, who is a collective out of they started, I believe, in Ohio, so Midwest strong, but now they've kind of each scattered to Detroit, New York, and they'll be reconvening here in Chicago to bring us their sounds from the Midwest and East Coast. And then me, I'll be closing the show, and I'm so excited to just spin house for about 2 hours and then fireworks. Like what more could I ask for? I'm gonna play my last song, turn around, and then fireworks play. That seems like a dream come true. So super excited for that. July 6th, 5:30 to 10 at Navy Pier. Be there, bring your family. It's totally free. It'll be a family friendly event. So from your baby cousin to your auntie to your grandma, pull up and experience some wonderful weather, hopefully, and listen to some house tunes outside. In some non house related shows coming up, this Friday at the Metro, we have Rich Robbins for his Soft and Tender show. It's the 1 year anniversary of his Soft and Tender series. And so Rich Robbins has put together a wonderful showcase of local Chicago talent at the Metro this Friday. Doors are at 7, show is at 8 p.m. There's going to be some really great vendors, really great acts, really great people. Rich Robbins is someone I've had the honor of working with through Young Chicago Authors. And so, yes, Soft and Tender. So I believe Soft and Tender is his series that's rooted in tapping in and creating space for Black masculinity. It's a homage to Black fatherhood, Black masculinity, and this Friday is the 1 year anniversary celebrating that. And so it should just be a wonderful, soft and tender space for the audience, for the artists, for the vendors. I'm really excited to support, it's whether it's house music or not, I'm big on supporting local Chicago artists. So really excited for that. That's where you can catch me this Friday. You should buy your tickets in advance because I do believe prices increase at the door. If you're a firm believer in supporting local artists, find yourself at the Metro this Friday with Rich Robbins, Elton Ora, one more name I can't remember, but it's just the bill is stacked. So support. And then we do have later on in the summer ArcFest coming up. I see a lot of things. I see a lot of conversations around ArcFest. I we have some iconic B2Bs. Also coming up this, I believe it's in July, Boiler Room is doing a show at Grant Park. I know Janesita is performing, who is someone I really support. Hiroko Yamamura, who's been on the Vintage House show. She's sick. She's gonna be performing at Boiler Room in Grant Park. So that should be fun. What else we got? What else we got? That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But if you have anything, drop it in the chat. If you want us to support your art, your shows coming up, no show is too small to support. I'm big on, house music started in the basement of the warehouse, the iconic legendary warehouse. And who knew that this small party, this small group of electro sounds and party goers and dance lovers would become this global sensation. Like I said at the beginning, especially because it's Pride Month, it's beautiful to see the culture that has come out of the basement at the warehouse. Like I said, it was this small, intimate wave that became an ocean that took over the world. And I'm just so blessed and honored to be from the city where it was created. And I feel honored even more to be a part of this ongoing growing culture in preserving, but also envisioning the future, preserving the house, preserving the history, being the bridge in the present that envisions the future. Like I said, it's just such an honor to be a part of the Vintage House Show that has led me to these opportunities, such as working with DKs, such as working with Navy Pier. And so, like I said, if you have anything coming up that you want us to give a shout out for in our future shows, I'm here once a month, every second Wednesday. I'd love to give some shout outs and support what's going on. Now, as far as my mix today, I'm feeling real global. I've been in this Latin house sort of percussion, Afro percussion bag. And so I think I'm going to dig back into that global bag for today's mix. You're going to hear I wouldn't be surprised if I have a song that's not in English. It's a full mix of global, international sounds, international languages. So, like I said, if you want to support, hey Rocky, if you want me to support whatever you got going, hit me up on socials at Momami Music on Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna quit yapping and get to the music. If you're tuning in, this is the Vintage House Show Spotlight with me, your host, DJ Momami, coming to you live from WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago.
Suavecito, 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 con la esencia del tango. 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 Me voy montado en un chuchu tren. Ay, que caben bien. Ay, no me voy para la luna. Me voy montado en un chuchu tren. yo ya no quiero vivir así. Corre, vete, vete a mí, que solita puedo subir al cielo y volar sin ti. Solita, 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 solita. ¿Por qué paras el tambor? No es que la rumba sigue, carajo. Cuando yo tenía a mi madre, tenía quien me aconsejara. Cuando yo tenía a mi madre, tenía quien me aconsejara. Y ahora que mi madre ha muerto, ¿quién me aconsejara? Y ahora que mi madre ha muerto, ¿quién me aconsejara? Oye, mamá, oye, mi mamá que me parió. Oye, madre de mi vida, mi mamá que me parió. Oye, mamá, oye, mamita, mi mamá que me parió. Oye, que quiero rezar. La cosa está mal y quiero gritar, apaga la luz. Right in here, apaga la luz. Apaga la luz. Y la bendición. Señor te bendiga. Aquí en mi rincón. Así es la vida. Así son las cosas. Pero no me importa, vamos a estar bien. Yo voy tonito que hacer eso. Apaga la luz. Apaga la luz. Apaga la luz.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage House Show podcast. Please subscribe and share, and check us out live, WNUR 89.3 FM, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.